Alrighty, people. Welcome in. We are just days away from August, and if you didn't know it, we are just days away from real football, people. Is this the first? I think this is the first time we have ever had football, and someone correct me if I'm wrong, in the month of July? Is that real? I'm all for it. As much football as they can possibly give us, y'all know we want it. Yes, I believe that the time you're going to see here is Australian time, but we have the Chargers-Lions. That's Thursday for you guys, July 31st. Who would have thunk it? I am so excited to be here with you. Do me a favor, hit that like button as the stream begins, and we're going to have a great stream for you today. I am solo dolo, but I am excited for today's stream. A little news to catch on from today's camps. All right. So this is something that I've been very concerned about since Ben Johnson left in the Lions backfield. I have been very hesitant to be in on Montgomery this year. I haven't drafted him much in any of my best ball tournaments on FastDraft. I haven't really been targeting him in my redraft leagues, and I actually feel like this makes me want to move him down even further in my rankings. Let me see exactly where I have him ranked right now in 2025 draft rankings. But this was one of the concerns of mine. Montgomery, where do I have him? I currently have Monty at 25. I know that's a lot lower than most people do. Yeah, that feels about right, because these were my concerns. Lions training camp. Jahmyr Gibbs is usually the first running back on the field with the starters. Past years, you'd often see David Montgomery get the bulk of the carries before Gibbs takes the field. And you'll see that, like, even if you go on, like, sports references and you look at Jahmyr Gibbs' stats from the previous seasons, you'll see he's not starting many games because he always kind of comes in after Montgomery. And I just get worried that the older Montgomery gets and, you know, the better Jahmyr Gibbs looks. And now there's an offensive coordinator change. So this was a concern of mine. Maybe it's unfounded. You guys can let me know. Fantasy related news, but Trey Hendrickson is going to come back to camp. So, he had $50,000 fines per day. I guess the man wins this one is what we can say to that. Good news to anybody out there who's a Luther Burden fan like myself. He is at practice and he's running routes against ghosts. As I sip a little tea. So he looks like Luther Burden, that's for sure. But it's great to see him out there. Last thing you want to see is like a rookie not get any work at camp. That just, the rookies have so much transition they have to focus on. So to see him out there is a great sign. You never want to see a guy not get opportunities early. We have some updated news from Broncos training camp. Harvey and Dobbins are routinely in the first team, which is great to see. The saddest news of the day, I would say pretty easily, is the Isaiah Likely situation. So if you don't know, Isaiah Likely was carted off the field with an ankle injury. He rolled his ankle, and he's expected to miss at least the first few weeks. Now, I actually was, my exposure on Isaiah Likely was pretty high. I'm not going to lie to you. Let me look at what it was in the last Rabbit tournament that we had. I really liked Likely as one of those last picks that you would make, just like the potential that he could potentially break out, and just thinking through of what's another year of Mark Andrews, getting older and Isaiah Likely getting, into his prime. Unfortunately now with this injury, I think Mark Andrews, his ADP is going to, get a little higher than maybe any of us anticipated. And it's also easier to draft him knowing that Likely is not going to be there to start the season. Sean Payton was also talking very highly about RJ Harvey today. He said he had a run today that was something. We all looked and turned at each other. He's doing exceptional. I'm very much team RJ Harvey this year. I can't wait for the video that's coming out on Monday. By the way, guys, starting this week, we're going to, from like today onwards. So what is today in America? It's like Tuesday in America, right? So from today onwards, there'll be 3 videos in the next 7 days. So 3 videos in the next week. First time we're doing that all year. Hopefully you guys are going to enjoy it. RJ Harvey is one of those things we're going to talk about in one of these videos. But I appreciate y'all big time for being here with me. We are going to get into a mock draft. Couple pieces of news that you do need to know. Number one, we are doing a giveaway today. All right, we are giving away our 2025 draft guide. We're giving away early access, okay? You're getting a look behind the scenes before anyone else at version 0 of our draft guide. Version 1 will be out here very, very soon. It might be out in the next 24 hours. I don't know. We're just waiting on some stuff from the developers. But so we are doing a giveaway today. If you want to enter today's giveaway to get our 2025 draft guide, you might be the 4th person in the entire world to set your eyes on our draft guide. If you want to be entered, all you have to do is type LAND into the YouTube chat, LAND, and like the stream. That's as simple as it gets, and you'll enter today's giveaway. And the other thing that we're doing tonight, which I'm very excited about, at the end of today's stream, so you still have a chance, at the end of today's stream, we're going to raffle off the very first spot in our leagues, all right? If you don't know what I'm talking about, we announced this over on Discord a couple days ago, okay? But we are doing follower leagues where our community can draft in leagues together, and this league will be live streamed on this very channel on Thursday night. We're going to have a real league on this channel, a real draft live streamed with the LAND community. This is your last chance today. We're going to do it today. We're going to raffle off these spots today. I'm going to spam this link in the chat. Go ahead and enter through the Google forum. There's a couple things that you need to keep in mind. Okay, number one, you need to be a promo code LAND annual Mother Flocker member. And if you are, then you're good to go. Just sign up through the Google form and you will be entered into today's raffle. And I can say that right now, you have a very high chance to get into this league tonight. I think right now we have like 13 total signups for that league. So if you do the math, your chances are very good. But of course, if you haven't yet become a annual Mother Flocker member, you can do that on the Flock site, flockfantasy.com/land. Not only do you get access to our draft guide, our rookie report, a team playbook, which is a personalized team review, the Dynasty Trade Dial, all the premium tools on the website, rankings, unlock our Discord, you support us, but you also get a potential to get into tonight's raffle for our first community draft league of the year. Please let me know if you guys have any questions about that, but we are going to jump into a mock draft. Okay. So, we're going to jump into the next, into this mock draft here. And, if you want to enter this mock draft, the first step is to join our Discord. All right. And if you haven't joined our Discord, I'll go ahead and put a little link there. Nightbot will send you a link to join our Discord, and we'll send this under the LAN tab under mock drafts. I'll say link will be here. Okay. Just so everybody knows exactly where that link is going to be sent out. I would love for you to come join me. I'm going to choose a random spot. I'll choose a 7 spot. I feel like people struggle to draft from the 7. I don't like it either. So we'll go ahead and try that today. All right, we're going to go ahead and send out this link here. Sending the link out. Oh, that's the wrong link. Here we go. Sending the sleeper link out here in 3, 2, 1. Good luck. It is first come, first serve. And again, I appreciate y'all big time for being here. If you want to enter today's giveaway to win our 2025 draft guide, early access, then type LAND into the YouTube chat, LAND, and like the stream. That's as simple as it can possibly get. All right, we're doing a 1 quarterback start 8. All right, so 2 flex spots, PPR. Nothing too crazy. And we're going to go ahead and start this in 3, 2, 1. And we are underway, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I see y'all. What's up, Daniel Macy? He says 37 days until kickoff. What's up, Kalani? DJ's here. Billy, Zin, Mike, Brizzleton, Shane, Brandon. Rock Candy is in the building. J-Mo, Mario, Emmanuel. Drez is here. Chef Keith is here. I see y'all. Jay Loading in the building. Angel and Johnny and Evan and TD. And Bleed Blue, all y'all here. What's up? What's up? I appreciate y'all for being here with us. Thanks for hanging out today. All right, so we see Jamar Chase go as the first pick here. No surprise there. He is the consensus 101. And I did release my draft strategy video yesterday, which was awesome. You guys are showing so much love to that draft strategy video. I appreciate it so much. And I joked around about how the 101 has been cursed in the last, 5 years or whatever it is. And a lot of people took it seriously. A lot of people were like, so what, you're not going to draft Jamar Chase then this year? So what are you going to, you know, I was like, guys, calm down. All right. It's really a joke, but also serious. The 101 has been cursed for the past 5-6 years. All right. I thought this is how it's going to go down. There is a big tier there in the first 6 picks with Chase, Saquon, Bijan, Lamb, Jefferson, Gibbs. I'll probably go Puka here. I'll just put him in my queue. But yeah, I like Puka here. I feel like there's like 5 to 8 players you could justify selecting there, but he was second in points per game last year amongst wide receivers. No one utilized wide receivers more last year than Los Angeles Rams, so that's where I am gonna go. That's where my heart leads me here with this first pick. But I appreciate y'all being here. Should we set a like goal for a second draft? Let's say 100 likes equals second mock draft. Let's do it, yeah? Y'all want to get some more practice in? Should we do that? All right, so do me a favor, hit that like button and show some love. Let's reach that 100 like goal together. And we'll just keep the night going. We can keep mock drafting all together. So after I took Puka, we have Derek, CMC, Amon-Ra, Neighbors off the board. CMC looking more and more likely that he's going to be a first-round pick. As Genty comes off the board there as well. And, yeah, that's... The H-Chan going in the second round is still confusing to me, but I love it for our anchor wide receiver double RB strat that we're wanting to do in our leagues. I have H-Chan ranked ahead of Henry, McCaffrey, Genty. I don't understand why he is like the odd man out, but you know what's funny is like Bad Karma here technically just did the start we wanted because we love Brian Thomas. So they actually kind of did that start in reverse, which is awesome. Perfect. Yeah, this is exactly what I wanted. We'll grab Bucky Irving here. We'll grab Bucky. So the Puka Bucky start is looking like a real possibility. And I love when people try and question Bucky Irving. It is one of my favorite things to talk about. So a lot of you would already know that by now by the amount of content that you've watched from me. But man, people do not realize how much of an afterthought Rachaad White was last year. The number one thing I hear all the time is, but Rachaad White's there. Yeah, he was there last year, and in the last 2 games when they had must-win games, they gave him 1.5 touches per game to 21.5 for Bucky. Bucky was one of the most efficient running backs in the NFL. One of the best play extenders, was targeted in the air. Over 18.5 touches per game after the bye week. I mean, I just think we're overthinking Bucky a little bit. All right. Raven said, how did I not get in? It said claim, and I clicked like 5 times. Sometimes everyone's doing it at the same time, so it's a little bit of luck of the draw there. What's the earliest you would take Bucky in a redraft? Probably here, like the 206. Probably where I took him. Like if Bowers was there, or Thomas, or H-Chan, or Genty, I'm probably going to go those names over them. Nihal says, I wanted to draft CD, but I think Bijan's going to be the RB1. Yeah, I mean, I can't blame you guys if you want to go that route. Like, Bijan and Saquon should be great. Omarion Hampton at the 301. We're starting to see this more and more often. Now that Najee Harris is, you know, still not at camp, I think people are getting more and more confidence to go out there this year and draft Omarion Hampton earlier and earlier. I would not be surprised by draft day if he ends up being like a mid-second round pick, like kind of around the Bucky Irving, Jacobs, Taylor range. I'm not saying it's the right thing. I'm just saying it wouldn't shock me at all. As Kyron Williams comes off the board there. I do think there's a chance we're all overthinking Kyron Williams again, by the way. I was I was someone who did that last year. I overthought Kyron Williams and ended up biting me a little bit in some leagues. But the fact that they're trying to get a long-term deal done together is very encouraging in my opinion. I think it says a lot about their long-term intentions with the player, but as Breece Hall comes off the board, I now believe that if I try and do my double RB strat, I'm just forcing it just to say I did the strategy. So I'm probably going to pivot here and go a different position. I think we're going to probably pivot to T. Higgins here. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll grab T. Higgins there at the 307. Typically, he's going early third, so I like that. I like that start there. The Puka, Irving, Higgins start. That's nice, I think. Anthony says, why Bucky over Jacobs? I don't get it. It's not an anti-Jacobs take. It's just a very pro-Bucky take. I mean, again, I just don't think people realize that we always talk about the money stretch on this channel. You know, the money stretch is from week 10 onwards. But if we specifically look at when the bye week happened for the Bucks, and the bye week, I think, was week 12 onwards, and they had their bye week late, granted, right? But if you look from week 12 onwards, which is a very good indication of what trends we will see from one year to the next, I mean, you'll see Bucky Irving in a completely different light from week 12 onwards. I mean, we're talking about a guy in that span after the bye week, Bucky Irving, who was averaging 18.3 points per game. All right. 90 rushing yards per game, which was top 7. 119 total yards per game, which was top 6. And his snap percentage was only at 50%. I mean, think about this is what's so confusing to me about the Bucky Irving hate. Think about how excited people were about Devon Achane last year. People were so excited, and rightfully so, about Devon Achane. And it was a guy who was extremely efficient, showed he could be an incredible player in the NFL, and you projected more work for him from one year to the next. But now people just, they cannot project more work for Bucky Irving in his second season. As if it's like uncommon for a young player that dominates to get more work from one year to the next. It doesn't comprehend with me personally, but I am all aboard the Bucky Irving train this year. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. We'll eat our words if we have to. After I take Higgins, we get Lamar Jackson and then Garrett Wilson, Jaden Daniels at the 310, Jalen Hurts at the 311, then Adams, Kittle, Cook, Walker. I actually really like that start there on the edge with the Adams Kittle picks. If Genty is reliable, that's going to be a real nice start for you there. Then we see James Cook and Ken Walker coming off the board. Marvin Harrison and then Alvin Kamara. Man, I'm not even going to pretend that wasn't a snipe. You just sniped my soul. God damn. Wow, I really feel like I just missed out on a tier. This sucks. This is not fun. I really think I just got screwed over a little bit there. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Mike Evans is our pick. What in the world do we do there? That is a terrible spot to be in. Oh my gosh. Wow, the 406. I haven't thought about that. Is there some huge tier break here? Literally every player from like the 303 to the 405, from Josh Allen to Alvin Kamara, I think all those guys were in a similar tier. And then what a teardrop. My God, it fell like a rock. The 107 is disgusting. That teardrop was aggressive. Wow. That wasn't fun. I wanted to go Rice Fritz. Y'all know I love me some Rashee Rice, but man, I was nervous. All right, trying to catch up with you guys. Pigeon says, in a keeper league, would you rather keep Higgins for a 4th or Worthy for a 7th? I think I lean Higgins for a 4th. You can obviously say, like, obviously Worthy is cheaper, so that's, you can make an argument there, but I think I'm gonna lean Higgins there. I just think when Rashee Rice is back, and I could be wrong, I think Worthy's gonna have a step up here, but I think it's gonna be the Rashee Rice show when he's back, whenever that ends up being. But we'll have to wait on what that suspension looks like. So after I took Mike Evans, we have a run of Terry McLaurin, DK Metcalf, DJ Moore, Rashee Rice, Sutton, Hubbard, and Pickens. Update on our like goal. We're currently halfway there, 54 likes. If you guys want to jump into another mock draft, be a friend, smash that like button. If we reach 100, I'll pop off another mock draft with a whole new group of people. We'll get some more practice in all together. Appreciate y'all for being here with us. Yeah, big old run of receiver there, isn't it? From Mike to Terry to DK to DJ to Rice, Sutton, and Pickens, all off the board there. I thought about Burrow with Higgins. I just don't like taking a quarterback that doesn't have rushing upside in the first 5 rounds. You know? So, it just felt a little too rich for me. Yeah, I'm just not brave enough, I guess. I am shocked that the Chase owner didn't stack Burrow with Chase. Should I take McConkey in the late 2nd round? Yeah, I have no problem taking Lad McConkey. I mean, you look at his historical comps from year 1 to year 2. It's, my gosh. I mean, let's go on the Flock site. This is one of the cool tools that you can use. Range of outcomes. Let's look at Lad McConkey. This will pull up automatically, I think, like the 10 closest rookie seasons to his. So, like, CeeDee Lamb was a close season. You see what he did in his 2nd year. Brandon Cooks. Stephon Diggs. Obviously, there's some names here that you don't love. But the thing is, you don't have to worry about quarterback play. Like, Olave, quarterback play has hurt him. Kenny Golladay took a big step up in year 2. But his rookie season was incredibly good. As Worthy comes off the board there, let's eye up our next pick. Oh, wow. There's going to be some tough decisions here for me to make. Make it easier, Kalani. Okay, you go Tet. Oh, some really tough decisions to make. I love Jameson Williams, and I know I'm not going to get him on the comeback here. I love him, but I think I need to do the smart thing here, which is grab my 2nd running back. And between Henderson and Harvey here, we'll grab Harvey this time. In some drafts, I might go Henderson. Some drafts, I might go Harvey. This time, we're going to grab a little RJ there. I believe I have them in the same tier. Let me double check at running back. Yeah, they're in the same tier back-to-back in my rankings. So, could have gone either way there. Again, I appreciate y'all for being here with us. We are doing a giveaway today. It's early access to our 2025 draft guide. There's only been 3 people in the world who have seen this so far. All right. It's going to release soon on the Flock site. But if you want to enter today's giveaway, all you have to do is type LAND into the YouTube chat, LAND, and like the stream. Those are the 2 simple steps. And looking at how the draft board is going, I am very glad that I went and took Harvey there. You can see a big old run of running backs. I am surprised to see Judkins in the 5th round. That is surprising, though. I'm not going to lie to you. Y'all got some confidence there. I mean, I can't guarantee Judkins. I don't know how many games he's going to be available. I have no idea. How you feel about Ridley with Ward, Patty says. I am optimistic. The thing is, typically rookie quarterbacks, they do not support top-end fantasy wide receivers. We don't typically see that. It's a little early for a doomsday there. From what we see in ADP, I'm not saying it's the wrong pick. So the most likely outcome is that there's a lot of targets for Calvin, but they're not quality. However, if Cam Ward hits, which is very possible if he's a good player, then Yeah, Ridley could be a great pick. Yeah, I mean, people have made the comp before, but he could be this year's Terry McLaurin. It is totally a possibility. There's no reason why that's not possible. Wow, some of these receivers are going way earlier than I'm used to seeing them. Am I tripping? I don't remember seeing like the Judys, the Ridleys, the Adunze's going this early. Maybe I'm missing something though. Damn, I really wanted Caleb Johnson there. Definitely got sniped. Wow. Difficult spot. I think Burrow and Johnson was what I was lining up, and they both got picked right before me. Yeah, I hate doing this, but I do want my third running back, so we're going to grab Swift here in the 6th round. Really don't like that. I'd much rather get him in the 7th, but Travis Hunter was another name I was considering there. That's a lot of risk Kalani's taken on there with McMillan and Hunter, but a lot of upside as well if they both hit. Mike says his suspension will probably be next year, meaning Judkins? I don't know, guys. I mean, they treat domestic violence situations a little bit different. He will, if it's not figured out by the season, he will probably be on the commissioner's exempt list. And yeah, I don't see it going into next season, the Judkins trial. This is not like Rashee Rice. You know, this isn't a speeding ticket or reckless driving. Domestic violence, they treat different. And I would bet all my money that if it's not sorted out by the season, then he's going to be on the commissioner's exempt list, meaning he'll probably be suspended at least 6 games this year. So the 5th round's a bit early, I think, for him in redraft. What's up, Force? Got the 4th overall pick, thinking CeeDee Lamb, then hopefully Jonathan Taylor will be their 2nd. That would be awesome, man. I love that start. What's up, Ted? Are we doing another one? Well, we have a like goal of 100 likes. We're only like 37 likes away. So help us reach 100 likes, and then we'll pop off a second mock draft altogether. When would I take Joe Mixon? It's a great question. Yeah, I think where he went is probably right. I mean, there's a very good chance that he's ready week 1, and we're all overthinking this, and he's an easy value. You know what I mean? But there's also a good chance, like we saw last year with CMC, that we're not getting the full truth of this injury. And, you know, it's week 3, and you're like, is Joe Mixon ready? You know, so I think there's a lot of possible outcomes. Certainly his risk factor jumps through the roof. I would say in this person's position, team 3, to have him as your RB2, that is nerve-wracking, in my opinion, to have him as your RB2. That would get my blood pumping a little bit. Baker Mayfield coming off the board there. I was thinking about grabbing Baker, but later, and kind of getting the whole Baker, Evans, Bucky stack, but I don't want to take a quarterback this early myself. Okay. I am going to be shocked if this player is still available at the 7-7. I am genuinely shocked that this player is available after names like Khalil Shakir, Brian Robinson, Pollard, Tracy. I mean, have I missed something? Is there there genuinely could be a report out about Jalen Waddle I haven't heard? Did he get injured in camp or something? Why is he available at the 707 as my wide receiver 4? That seems insane to me. Someone tell me what I'm missing, because I probably am missing something. What's up, Joseph? Do I think stacking is overrated? I think stacking is overrated in your traditional home leagues. Like in best ball, it makes a ton of sense. Even if you're playing a best ball league that's like, you know, all in sleeper or something, the stacking makes a lot of sense. But I think it's overrated in your home leagues where you set your lineup. Because the opposite can be true. Like if you're trying to stack an offense and they have a down day, I mean, you could miss your week. What happens if you stack, 3 players on one team and you're in the championship game and that team has a terrible matchup and then or they underperform or the quarterback gets injured? So I think there are plenty of negatives to stacking in a home redraft league. I think it makes sense in best ball, but yeah, not so much in redraft in my opinion. So people talking about Jalen Waddle. Chris says, I think people are just scared of the Dolphins offense, which makes sense. Victory says, I noticed Waddle dropping round 7 to 8 in almost all mocks. I should see where he went in yesterday's mock drafts. Where did he go yesterday? Does anybody remember? Let's see here. I know we did 2 mocks yesterday. Let's see where he went. After my pick, I'll have a look here. I'm pulling those mock drafts up. Okay. All right, we'll have a look at that in a second. I got to make a pick here soon. What are you thinking, Bad Karma? I got a plan here. Yes, sir. 8th round. One of my favorite quarterbacks to draft this year. 8th round Bo Nix. Hell yeah. Let's go, baby. We got the Bo Nix RJ Harvey combo. And not even on purpose. Didn't even do that on purpose. I just thought 8th round Bo Nix. I'm drafting him all day in the 8th round. Okay, so on yesterday's stream, we saw Jalen Waddle in the second mock draft. We saw Waddle go at the, where is he here? At the 5'11", which feels more right to me. That was the second mock we did yesterday. The first mock that we did yesterday, we saw him went at the 6'11". So he's definitely going later than I anticipated, but the 7'7", I have not seen him fall that far, ever. But have you guys? Like, am I the one who's missing something? I don't know. Maybe. Trying to keep up with y'all. Another sleeper mock. Johnny, we've got a like goal today of 100 likes. If we do, I'll pop off another mock with y'all. We're actually only like 23 likes away from that goal now. So be a friend if you want to keep the drafts going. If you want to mock draft with me, you want to get some practice in with the community, hit that like button. Let's reach 100 and let's get some more mock drafts going. Force says, would you get Trey McBride or Brock Bowers in the 3rd? I want my tight end position to be officially, maybe official this year. Look, if McBride or Bowers are available in the 3rd, it's a no-brainer to draft them in any format. They've fallen too far, but I don't think in many leagues they will fall to the 3rd. That would be my intuition there. All right, so after I went Bo Nix, there's a huge run of receivers with Downs, Godwin, Golden, Cup, Reed, and then we finally see that stop with Kyler Murray selection there at the 8-12. I will say, Michael, we are seeing a lot of running backs early in this draft. Like B-Rob and Pollard, I don't see them typically go that early in the 7th round. Tracy at the 7-3, even Etienne at the 7-12. These are picks that I don't typically see being made that early. So I was a little surprised myself. Not gonna lie, little surprised myself. Nothing crazy, but didn't anticipate it. All right, so we see Javonte Williams in the 9th. Here's the thing, guys. Can we be real for a second with Javonte Williams? I'm going to talk about him in an upcoming video, but can we be so for real for a second? Because I know Javonte Williams is not a popular pick. He's not fun to pick. When you select Javonte Williams, you feel gross. You feel like you're a traitor to your own country. But let's be so for real for a second. B-Rob at the 7-1, Pollard at the 7-2, Tracy at the 7-3. Javonte Williams is 2 rounds or more affordable than those names. He's a no-brainer pick. I don't know how you lose drafting him in the 9th or 10th round in your drafts. He's gonna start for a good offense. You don't have to like the player to say he's probably going to pay off the ADP. I struggle. Oh my God. All right, we're going to go really heavy Denver Broncos here. This could be a big mistake, but we're going to grab Evan Ingram in the 9th round. We could live to regret this big time. But I mean, let's be real. Like, how do you fail by drafting Javonte Williams in the 9th round, in the 10th round? I mean, I don't know. I do think he is an easier pick to make than we're making it. Where do you post? We post the links to the mock drafts in our Discord. All right. And under the mock drafts tab. All right. So under the land section, LAND, there's a mock drafts tab, and that's where I post the Discord. You won't have the entire Discord unlocked if you're not a member with us on the Flock site, but you will be able to see the mock drafts tab. Ayuk comes off the board, as well as J.K. Dobbins in the 9th and Michael Pittman. And update on our like goal. We are currently just 10. Wow. I mean, you guys do not fail to reach a like goal, do you? We are just 10 likes away. 10 likes away from 100, which is crazy. What's up, Jai? Is it Jai or Jay? I don't know. But he says, do you think Swift is good enough to be the Bears' RB1 throughout the season, or will the Bears look for an RB midseason? Look, I know that he's better than any running back they have on the roster. And this is coming from someone who is still actively selling Swift in Dynasty, by the way. Like, long-term, no, I don't want DeAndre Swift. But only for this year, it's going to take a trade for Swift to really lose good opportunity in that backfield, in my opinion. So I think he's a relatively easy guy to bet on because of the lack of true competition there. That's just my opinion. Not everybody's going to agree with it. Man, y'all are going horde on these running backs. Y'all are going horde in the paint. Oh, what's going to happen here? I got an idea. Okay, perfect. We're going to grab someone who's a little bit buried in ADP. We'll grab Jerome Ford here. Not a long-term fit, but, you know, not that different to Chuba Hubbard last year in the sense of, like, young rookie coming in. We've seen some good from Jerome Ford in the past. We've seen some good from Chuba Hubbard in the past. And now there's question marks on the availability of that rookie. Now, obviously, Judkins is not injured. The only thing is the injury, the suspension that you have to worry about rather than an injury. So it's a little bit easier for Judkins. But, you know, he can potentially be the RB1 for that team to start the year. So it's definitely something that I keep in mind. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Rashawn is there. I would be shocked if Rashawn Johnson doesn't have an increased role, guys. I would be shocked. Zen says, how high would you take McBride and Bowers and Kittle in a half PPR, but with a full premium? Okay, in a full premium, Bowers is a first-round pick. So I think you can rationalize Bowers from the 107 onwards, right? When you think about those names like Chase, Saquon, Bijan, Lamb, Jefferson, and Gibbs, from that point onwards, in a full point premium, Bowers is right there with the Pukas, right there with the Henrys, the Amon-Ra's, the Neighbors. You could totally take him as a 107. And then McBride is also probably a first-round pick. I mean, if you're getting a full point premium, why would you not take McBride and get that positional advantage? Kittle probably ends up being like a second-round pick somewhere, maybe late second-round pick. But, I mean, let's just think through it logically, okay? Keep in mind, there's a chance that Trey McBride just keeps getting better. I mean, he's hasn't reached his prime yet. But if you're telling me you get a full point premium, let's have a look at this together. Let's go half PPR. I'm going to do the math for you. Okay? So, last year, Brock Bowers had 206.7 fantasy points. He had 112 receptions. So in half PPR, Brock Bowers averaged 18.7 points per game in half PPR. If you're in PPR leagues, that might not sound impressive, but in half PPR, he averaged 18.7 points per game. And he was a rookie. In full PPR, he would have averaged 22 points per game, over 22 points per game. There's not a single reason you don't take Brock Bowers in the first round or Trey McBride in your format that you're referring to. All right. Man, the wide receiver room looks gross. I'll take another tight end here. I'll take Tyler Warren. I love drafting these rookie tight ends late and just saying, what if? Tough to keep up with all the questions, honestly. Like, I'm going to do my best to keep up with all the questions, but if you guys ever want to submit like a super message to the Flock site, I will prioritize any messages that go there. Nightbot just gave you a link. I'm not saying you have to donate to have me look at your question. It's just hard to keep up with all the questions. So trying to keep up. Kalani says, do you like taking a backup quarterback and tight end? I used to really be against it. Like, honestly, we would make fun of people if they took 2 quarterbacks in a 1 quarterback league. We'd be like, what are you doing? You're wasting your time. But in the last 2 years, quarterbacks have just been, they have been injured so often. I do not blame anyone. Here's what I will say, though. If you go quarterback early, I do not think it is wise to double up on the quarterback spot, right? So, like, for example, the guy who took Josh Allen in this draft, there's no way I'm about to spend another pick on a quarterback when I already spent a high impact value pick on a quarterback in the 3rd round. I need, like, his running back room is weak. He needs to start really hitting on these running backs that no one's looking at, which is what he's trying to do. And again, no disrespect to like Shane or anything. I think Justin Fields is actually a great pick there, but I'm probably focused more on like, okay, let me hit on some late round wide receivers. You know, Jay Dennis did the same thing here with Herbert late. I'm probably personally not looking to double stack quarterback if I spend a very high pick on them. I need to hit in other areas if I do that. So my plan was to take either Jerome Ford or Dylan Sampson in the 10th. No one took Dylan Sampson, so I'm going to do that in the 12th round. I'll take Dylan Sampson there. Very Brown, Buck, and Bronco heavy. Shane says disrespect taken. But yeah, that's how I would approach that. For tight ends, same theology there, right? Same exact idea. How early did you draft your first tight end? Because anytime you draft a onesie early, you're going to struggle to fill out the other parts of your roster. So you need to hit late. You know, does that make sense? Is that a fair enough answer? Y'all agree? Y'all feel me? All right. We do have good news. Y'all are insane. Okay, we reached 100 likes. We already reached our 100 like goal. Y'all are mental. So we reached 100 likes. You guys are crazy. We're going to jump into another mock draft. I want to say, if you were in this draft right here, so Igor, Tebow, NN, Mean Crab, Malik, Kalani, Mills, Bad Karma, Shane, Jay Dennis, Noob, if you were in the first draft, please do not join the second. Not because I don't want to draft with you, but because you can see there's 136 people watching. And they want to draft. They want to get some practice in. So I want other people to get a shot here. Now, if you want to join this mock draft, first step is to join our Discord. Then in the mock drafts tab, I'll say links here. Okay, so I'm going to drop the link there under the LAN tab, under the mock drafts tab of the LAN tab. Okay, it is first come, first serve. I will publicly shame you. All right, I have no problem doing it. Publicly shaming is one of my expertises. Okay. So I will publicly shame you if you decide to jump into this and you already were in the first one. That's just selfish, all right? We're allergic to shellfish here. What am I going to do with my last pick? Would have been awesome to take Isaiah Likely, but not going to do that now. I know exactly what I'm going to do with my last pick. Just going to see what these guys do. So anyway, let's go ahead and fill up that second mock draft. I'll send the link out here now. Please let other people join. Here we go. And it's sent. I have no problem publicly shaming you. All right. I said that too much. You get the point. All right. Man, Christian Kirk is so interesting here. What if Christian Kirk or Hollywood Brown are actually just a part of their offenses? So that's who I was going to take. I was going to take Rashawn Johnson. I thought that was actually a pretty easy pick on the board there. But instead, we'll grab Christian Kirk. Why not? I mean, what if he starts for the Houston Texans? Right now, I'd say he's probably a favorite to start for the Texans. Don't you think? Logan says 100 is too easy. Give us a challenge. Make us feel something. All right, fine. You want a challenge for the third mock draft? 150. All right. You said you want a challenge? 150 is a third mock draft. Okay, so my keyboard died earlier and now my mouse died. Give me a second. Chris says 1,000 like goal for the 4. I mean, if we get 1,000 people on this stream, I will do something way crazier than just some like goal. I'll sell my kidneys. That's a joke. It's a joke, by the way. I need my kidneys, and my body isn't really the healthiest body out there anyway with Crohn's disease, so I don't think anybody wants my kidneys. Anyway. All right, we did reach our goal. Let's jump into another mock draft here. Okay, did we have any repeats? Do I have to publicly shame anyone? Let's see. I don't think so. I think it's all new people. Shout out to you guys. All right, this is another 1 quarterback start 8 PPR. Let's go ahead and get this going. You guys are awesome. Xander says, I'll buy your kidneys if you sign it. You guys are funny. I love the chat. You guys are active today. You must be excited about football like I am. Y'all must be excited about some football like ya boy is. Can't believe how close we are. All right, in the first 6 picks, no surprise, it's the big 6. It's the fantastic 6 in the first 6. No surprise. With Chase, Bijan, Jefferson, Lamb, Gibbs, Say, Sean, Barkley, and then Puka goes at the 107. No shocker there to start the draft. Amon-Ra off the board. I will say, I got to be honest, guys. I'm starting to move Amon-Ra down my rankings a little bit. Just a little bit. I'm not saying I'm out on him. But if you look at my rankings right now, he's the last player in that tier of like the Puka, Neighbors, Thomas, Collins. Just because I think Jameson's that dude too. And I think that might hurt Amon-Ra this year a little bit. Is that fair to say? Y'all think I'm wilding out here? I don't know. I'm starting to put pieces together. And I just think that this team is obsessed with Jameson Williams. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Oh, shit. I'm on the clock. That's not what we wanted. All right. If I have to take a running back, give me Devon Achane then. All right. If I had to take a running back, it would have been Achane there. If I had to do it, that's what I would have done. Brian Thomas, definitely who I was hoping would come back to me. We're going to have to change it up here, guys. We can't do the same strategy that we wanted to. I think we're going to have to start double RB here. Or go like a Brock Bowers or something. Yep, we're going to start with 2 running backs here in McCaffrey and Achane. I don't want to force a strategy just to say I did it. So let's see how this goes here. All right. Trying to keep up with all the questions. You guys are awesome. I appreciate you big time. Again, if you want me to prioritize a question, I'll have Nightbot send a message where you can submit a question through our website. where I'll prioritize it. But otherwise, I'm going to try my best. I just can't guarantee anything. Let's see. What's up, Zen? He says, I read my league scoring settings correctly. Well, first off, can we get a shout out to Zen for reading the settings correctly? He says it's half PPR with a 0.5 premium. Would you still? Okay, right. So that was the earlier question, wasn't it? Around Bowers. Yeah, I mean, I'd probably say like early second then. If it's not a full premium, I'd probably say like early second. All right, trying to keep up with everything here. Joseph says, hey, Zach, love the content. Thanks for doing these mocks. They're so helpful. Question, creating a 12-man full PPR. Do you think Superflex is feasible? Superflex is fun. We love playing Superflex. Is it what I would do? I mean, up to your preference. Like, if you're just starting a league with friends, I'd say Superflex is maybe a step too far. Probably instead start with one quarterback. But if you've been in the league for a while and everyone loves it, like I have plenty of Superflex leagues that I love. It's just the strategy is completely different. You know? So, all right, this draft has been different, I think is the way to say it. My beloved Chase Brown, I think he should go this high, but he never does. So he went ahead of the Jonathan Taylors of the world. And then this is by far the earliest I've ever seen Alvin Kamara come off the board. To be fair to the 101, Kamara was not going to make it back to the 412. And I love Alvin Kamara, but that was higher than I've ever seen him go. We also have JSN falling to the 305. I guess that's not crazy. But I'm all in on JSN this year, so I thought that was a big value. As Tyreek Hill comes off the board there, I need to start thinking about what I'm going to do with my next pick. Josh Allen is selected at the 307. Honestly, I still don't believe that these quarterbacks are going to be selected this late in your home leagues, guys. You know, we just dropped our strategy video yesterday. All right, if you haven't watched it, number one strategy in 2025, go watch it. It's getting a lot of love. But the reason I even bring that up is because I cannot tell you the amount of people who have commented and have said, should I take Josh Allen in round one? Should I take Lamar Jackson in round one? I'm not making this up. So I say that to say, I really truthfully think there's going to be, in your home leagues, these quarterbacks going way higher. Damn it. T. Higgins was such a value there at the 310. Great pick. So all right, we're gonna grab Marvin here and bet on the breakout. Let's see how this works. Why did I draft the running back at the first pick? Because I was auto-picked. I wasn't paying attention. I was talking to you guys. So I'm trying to make it work. What happened to drafting a wide receiver for the anchor? I mean, I feel like I explained it when it happened, but yeah, just to explain it again, I was auto-picked a running back. And I've also been very clear in every stream that we've ever been in that you shouldn't force a strategy just to say you did the strategy. You know, it has to fall to you as well. But yeah, I would have taken Brian Thomas in CMC or Brian Thomas in HN. It just, I was trying to focus on the chat here. Apologies. All right, this is perfect. Awesome. This is exactly what we wanted here. So we started with two running backs, not exactly the strategy we wanted to make, but we're making it work here. The fact that Adams was available at the 402, love it. I wanted Adams before Marvin. I have him ranked ahead of Marvin. However, ADP is the opposite, so I wanted to play the ADP game. Very happy with that start there. And I think we kind of got bailed out a little bit. You know, I think Mason would find this funny. But Force says, this is the first time I've seen you guys flock league. It was through Mason. Just letting you know, bruh. I rooted for you, found you, and unsubscribed to dude. I think he means unsubscribe to Mason, which I'm sure Mason would read that and find it hilarious. But no, that's awesome. However you guys find the channel, however you're here, and whoever you root for in the flock league is totally fine. I'm just glad to be here with you and glad that you guys want to hang out. Trying to keep up and see if I've missed anything. Okay, so after I took Devontae Adams, Jaden Daniels comes off the board, James Cook, Mike Evans, Terry McLaurin. I like that. Not gonna lie, if you had to start 2 receivers and you go a onesie in the 3rd, James Cook is not a bad consolation prize in the 4th round. He really isn't. I really don't think that's a bad idea. Fritz says, you, Nathan, and Danny drafted so good last year. It was fun. Last year was fun. I think it was funny looking at the draft in hindsight. This was 2024's draft, in case anybody wasn't there. You can see your boy was at the 103. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of chickened out earlier in the offseason. Last year I had Chase ahead of Tyreek Hill, but I chickened out, so that would have been a game changer. But Derrick Henry was a huge value. Ayuk we ended up trading away for JSN. McBride in the 4th was awesome. Joe Mixon in the 5th was awesome. Godwin in the 7th was great until he got injured. Joe Burrow in the 9th was clutch. Chuba Hubbard was great. I think because we drafted Justin Tucker, it cursed our team. I think that's what happened. I think it actually cursed our team when we took Justin Tucker, so that's on us. Honestly, I set the like goal at 150 kind of as a joke. I didn't expect us to even be close, but we're getting very close to it, so maybe we'll do a 3rd mock draft. If we reach 150 likes, we'll do a 3rd mock draft here together. I do want to let everybody here who is new, who's just joined the stream, know that we are doing a giveaway today. So there's only 3 people in the entire world who have gotten early access to our draft guide so far, our 2025 draft guide. You could be the 4th. Today, on tonight's stream, we're giving away early access to version 0, not even version 1, because version 1 will be different when we release it on the Flock site, but version 0 of our 2025 draft guide. So if you want to enter that giveaway, type LAND into the YouTube chat, LAND, and like the stream. That's as simple as it can possibly get. Appreciate y'all for being here with me. The other thing I want to let you guys know is not tomorrow night, but the night after tomorrow, we are going to be live streaming a real draft, and it's a draft that you can be a part of. It is a draft specifically for land community. So I would love for you guys to be a part of that if you want to. Just so you know, the steps are very, very simple. All you need to do is be a promo code LAND annual Mother Flocker member. All right, so go to the Flock site, flockfantasy.com/land, become an annual Mother Flocker member. And if you already are one, great. Then all you need to do is go to the announcements tab and fill out this form here. And you know what? I'll just put the form in the chat for you. The form is now in the chat. If you're already a promo code LAND annual Mother Flocker member, just go ahead and enter in your information in the Google form, and we will be raffling off spots for that league tonight on this very stream. So much is happening. Jameson almost fell to me there. That would have been awesome. You know, I was typically getting George Pickens this late in drafts, but I don't think he's going to fall this late anymore after his camp that he's having. Pacheco comes off the board. Honestly, wow, this board is weird now. What a weird draft board, no? I don't like any of the players available. And I think if I don't like any of the players available, I might as well take on some risk. So with our first pick, we're going to draft Travis Hunter there. Yeah, just not a fan of any single pick available to me. I got a sore throat because I was live streaming earlier on our Dynasty channel for like an hour, 2 hours. Would anyone be annoyed if I popped in a little Vicks? This is not an ad, but would anyone be annoyed if I went ahead and just popped in one of these bad boys? My throat is, I mean, I'm working overtime right now. I'm solo dolo. No Badaki. He's on a plane right now to New York. New York. And my throat, I've been talking a lot. As Stephon Diggs goes in the 6th round. Oh my God. What is happening right now? What is happening? I guess we'll take Jalen Waddle here. By the way, Mike, I'm not saying it's wrong. The reason I love Stephon Diggs in drafts this year is because he's so cheap. So when you bump him up there, I don't know if he's cheap anymore. All right, you guys are saying pop it. All right, I'll pop him. I'll pop one. Just know, because there's going to be comments later, I'm not eating candy, okay? It's for my throat. Someone once, when I was sick, I was streaming, and they're like, why are you eating candy? I was like, I'm not. What's up, Landon? It's a great question, man. I do think he's going to be suspended. I honestly don't know where or when it's going to happen or how long it's going to be. If I had to guess, I'd say 2 to 4 games. You know, that would be my best guesstimation. But none of us really know the answer. But again, I appreciate y'all for being here. It looks like right now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. All right. I don't want to put anyone's information on the screen, but right now we have 17 signups for the first follower league. That's going to raffle off at the end of the day. 17 signups. So I got to verify all these people are members with Flock. But, yeah. Get your signups in for the league. All right, so after I took Waddle, Caleb Johnson went off the board, and as soon as I saw Caleb Johnson, I said to myself, the hell are you doing, Zach? Like, that was so obviously the better pick. But that's what happens when you're running the stream at the same time. That's what happens. All right. After Caleb, we see Swift, Monty, Addison, Zay, and Aaron Jones. Some of y'all are funny. What's up, Alyssa? Welcome in. Alyssa, what did you think of the version 0 of our draft guide? You won that giveaway last week. What did you think? Can't wait for us to release the first version of it. As Jacoby Myers in the 6th round. This draft is so weird. This is such a weird draft. But I'm glad to be a part of it. Y'all are funny. All right. Yeah. Calvin Ridley goes in the 7th. I like that a lot. Like, if Diggs is going to have an ADP of the 6-1 and Ridley's going to be a 7-2, I'll have so much Ridley in that scenario. Let me just double check I'm not missing any notifications that I need to see. As Laporta goes in round 7. Not a bad pick there. Not a bad pick at all. Joe Mixon at the 7-6. See, that feels, man. If Mixon is ready to go week 1, that might be, we could all be overthinking this way too much. You know what I mean? Alyssa says, love it. Talking about our draft guide. Going to use it for my home league in August. Yes, love it. As Tyrone Tracy comes off the board there, I got to start eyeing up my next pick. All right. I know what I want to do. That's one of the players I wanted to draft, so never mind. Brian Robinson is no longer available. Cam Scatterboot comes off the board. Okay, I don't like taking tight end early, but I do think at this point, the 7-11, I do think Hawkinson's a value at this point. I find it difficult to make an argument against him this late with a guy that has, you know, tight end 3 upside, especially when you consider like Jefferson is dealing with the injury. He should be fine week 1, but what if he's not? And Jordan Addison is going to be suspended at least 2 games. As Evan Ingram comes off the board there at the 7-12. I love Slick Ricky. Nice pick. I just don't need to pick a wide receiver right now, but man, I love so many of them on the board. All right. We'll go Judkins here. I have a plan. Get off my back, okay? I have a plan. Just give me a second. CJ, you're on auto right now. Unless you're just not with us, which could be a possibility. All right, trying to catch up here. What's up, Basketball Beast? He says, would you sell Breece Hall and DJ Moore for Jahmyr Gibson Dynasty? Depends on your starting lineup. Like if you're in like a start 7 or 8, it makes no sense not to make that move. But if you're in like a start 11, start 12, something mental like that, then it'd be tough to lose that kind of starting lineup strength. What's up, Arthur says, talking about him, what do you think about Cook, seeing that his production was anchored by his crazy 16 touchdowns 4 times than his career average? So I do think we need to be really careful talking about career averages for young players, because when you use career averages as like some sort of like anchor in an argument, you're failing to give the player any opportunity to improve. Do you know what I mean? Okay, so like his career averages before this year, there's only 2 other years. You know what I'm saying? So I think we need to be really careful by limiting what a player can become. I mean, if you limited a player to their first 2 seasons, you wouldn't have loved Derrick Henry. That's for damn sure. I know they're different players. I mean, how many players can we talk about? There's so many players. Wasn't Deontay Foreman one of those names? I mean, there's plenty of names that you could talk about that it took them a while to become the player they needed to become. But at the same time, even though he had 18 touchdowns total, his ADP isn't out of check. We're talking about a starting running back that goes in the 4th round. You know? I mean, he had 18 touchdowns. What would you expect his ADP to be from one year to the next? He had 18 touchdowns. 2nd round? So I get that people are worried about James Cook, but his ADP isn't unreasonable. Do you know what I mean? So it's not like you're risking so much by drafting him in the 4th round. You know he's a starting running back on one of the best offenses in the entire NFL. So yeah, I really struggle to understand the like heavily anti James Cook's takes that we have out there right now. Yeah, Javonte Williams was definitely someone I was targeting. I'm not going to lie. He goes at the 905. I like the pick. Ayuk comes off the board. Oh my gosh. I always find receivers that I love on the board. Keon Coleman. Man, 9th round Baker is pretty hot. Man, I want these wide receivers, but I don't need them. Jaden Higgins is a great pick. I love that. All right, we're going to come back and grab... First thing we're going to do is grab a handcuff in Zach Charbonnet, which we know will be a league winner if Walker goes down. Pittman's another great pick there. I wonder if Mike wanted to grab Charbonnet because he has Walker. Maybe, maybe not. All right, so Najee was the pick. So I don't know how long I really want to wait on this, so I'll do it now. And that is Jerome Ford. I feel like if you draft Judkins, you have to draft Jerome Ford. And yes, I'm aware I'm probably drafting him too early, but I'm not convinced that he would have been available at the 11-11 when my next pick was. I can't draft Judkins with the possibility of him missing a majority of the season or half the season or 6 games and not have a backup plan with Jerome Ford. Kenny, I love Woody Marks, man. I think Woody Marks is really underrated, honestly. I really do. No gut feeling, Gator, on Rice's suspension. I mean, my gut says... my gut says 4 to 6. 4 to 6. Mike says, you sniped me on multiple picks this draft. Left me scrambling. Love the Tank Bigsby pick there at the 10-9. Honestly, I love the Pearsall pick from you there, Mike, at the 8-1. I do see Jerome Ford as like the lead back. Samson, the reality that Samson, makes an impact on the lineup as a 4th round pick is not impossible. But the fact that we've already seen Jerome Ford be, really efficient in this offense and effective, it leads me to believe that he is the one I would draft earlier. But it doesn't mean that Dylan Sampson doesn't have a chance. Do you know what I mean? It's not like in saying that I'm like, well, there's no chance Dylan Sampson plays. As Loveland comes off the board. Man, running backs were hard to find in this one, weren't they? I mean, I love that we accidentally started double RB. It was not planned, I'll tell you that much. All right, update on the entries for today's raffle for the live league. Let me see. How many entries do we have? All right, we currently have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. All right, 17. Total. I'm on the board. Dylan Sampson goes right ahead of me. That's fair enough. I'll take Justin Fields here. I'll take Justin Fields. Then Burden comes off the board. Get into sneaky. Sneaky. And then you ask the question, what if Joe Mixon's injury is more serious than we think? Well, let me grab Nick Chubb here in the 12th round, just in case that is the case. But again, I appreciate y'all for being here with me. I'm just doing some math right now on this follower league. Just want to make sure I have everybody's response noted down. Let's see. TD. TD is in there like swimwear. Do we have TD? TD is in there. Sorry, gang. I want to make sure I've got everybody's responses noted down. Rashawn Johnson's not a bad pick there either. Dak Prescott that late. Man, maybe I should have gone Dak Prescott, back-to-back quarterback. I love me some Dak Prescott, y'all. Absolutely love me some Dak Prescott. All right, Rachaad White coming off the board. What time is it in America? What are you guys doing up still? Oh, it's only 10 p.m. 10:20. I was like, what are y'all still awake for? We are 10 likes away from our goal. Do you want to see another mock draft? Smash the like button. We're 150. We're almost at 150, which is crazy. I'm just trying to make sure we've got everyone's responses noted. So who just went in there and signed up? Risky just did. Let's see, is that showing up? Is Risky showing up? Okay, yeah, it is showing up. Okay, cool. 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I actually have 14. Wow. So most of you guys are going to get in. All right. It's getting late, and I think we're going to do another mock draft because we're only 5 likes away from 150. If you want to see another mock draft, go ahead and hit the like button. Help us get to 150. And while you're doing so, you might want to know that we're giving away our 2025 draft guide, early access, version 0, not even version 1, which will be posted on the Flock site. Version 0. All you have to do is like the stream and type LAND into the YouTube chat, LAND. And you'll be entered into today's giveaway for our draft guide, early access. But I think I would imagine we're about to hit that goal as Romeo Doubs was just selected. You know we're in the nitty gritty when Romeo Doubs comes off the board. You know what? Pop Douglas, F it. You know what I mean? The man's been getting some camp love. So why not? Why not Pop? I'm asking you the question, why not Pop? All right, so did we reach our like goal? Did we hit 150? Let's see here. Did we do it? It's Kyle Pitts' year. It could be, Mike. We hit 150. You guys are crazy. All right, we hit 150, so I am going to go ahead and jump into another mock draft with you guys. If you want to join, please don't join if you were already in one, but it is in the mock drafts tab under our land Discord. And if you haven't joined our Discord yet, here, I'll put the link. I'll have Nightbot put the link in there for you. Here comes the link. All right. Y'all ready? Right there in the mock drafts tab. And I'm about to put that bad boy out. Just making sure everybody gets a chance. That's right. Trey Lance starting on Thursday, which would have meant so much to me 3 years ago. There goes the link. Oh, I haven't even gotten in. I almost missed out. Yeah, Trey Lance starting an NFL game. The only issue is it is preseason. And even worse, it's the Hall of Fame game. All right, same thing. 1 quarterback start, 8 PPR mock draft. Here we go. You guys are crazy. I'm not going to set another like goal, honestly. You guys are wild. All right, Jamar Chase and CeeDee Lamb come off the board there. Happen, you know, we used to do this, guys, where we would like look at the draft board and rate everyone's teams. But honestly, if we do it for one person, the other person's going to want us to do it for them. And then I'm going to spend like 30 minutes just grading everyone's team. So I love you all, but I'm probably not going to do it. But I love you all. I'm sorry. Man, I'm excited for the real draft on Thursday night. I'm excited. Okay, wait, what just happened? Okay, Johnny Boy said, F it. I'm going to take Puka at the 105. And then Gibbs goes at the 107. That's kind of wild. I am going to take a receiver here. Just depends on what Mr. Ghost King does. He does have Ashton Genty as his profile pick, so if he wants him, he's probably going to take him here. Okay, never mind. The next highest ranked receiver for ya boy is going to be Malik Neighbors. It was funny because someone commented on my strategy video yesterday when I was talking about Neighbors, and he said, you know, I don't trust Neighbors in that offense. That offense is terrible. And he said, there's no way he has top 6 upside. And I just thought to myself, you know, that's a bit silly because he was the wide receiver 6 on a points per game basis last year at 18.2 points per game. And the New York Giants offense. Guys, do you realize how many points per game they scored? The New York Giants, in case anybody needed any reminding, scored 16 points per game. Only Cleveland scored fewer points per game than the New York Football Giants. And this man, Malik Neighbors, had 18.2 points per game. Oh, this is perfect. McCaffrey Neighbors. And he did it with Daniel Jones, Tommy DeVito. Like, if Malik Neighbors hasn't proven himself to you yet, I don't think he ever will. What else does he need to do? Don't get me started on Malik Neighbors, all right? I won't stop talking. Almost won the Flock League with him last year. Unfortunately, my team scored the all-time high in points in the Flock League ever, but they did it after I lost the semifinals. It was pretty cool. Just the week after. I was like, nice. Sick, guys. As Neighbors and McCaffrey was my start, we get A.J. Brown at the 205, then Bucky at the 206, Bowers at the 207, Jacobs at the 208. I thought we were going to have another announcement tonight, but I don't know if it's going to happen. And speaking of the comparison tool on the Flock site, where is that? Let's have a look at range of outcomes. Sorry, it's called range of outcomes tool. Let's have a look at the closest 10 seasons since 2008 to Malik Neighbors. Des Bryant as a rookie in 2012. Justin Jefferson's on the list. Alshon Jeffrey. Deshaun Jackson. Jarvis Landry. Pretty good list. Pretty good list. As we see Marvin Harrison at the 209. Wow. There's already been a huge shock in each round in this draft so far. Puka at the 105, which I certainly did not anticipate. And then Jefferson Marvin start. Chrome has got to be... He's got to have stock in Marvin here. It's some belief. I'm not saying it's the wrong pick. It's just, hey, I believe. That's all he's saying. Trey McBride at the 303. Guys, what are we doing? I keep asking us. Okay, the first two, he didn't go in the third round. But what are we doing? We have to look ourselves in the mirror. We have to be real with ourselves and say, what are we doing? Again, I appreciate y'all for being here big time. Jason comes off the board. I do want to get into a best ball draft as well. I love mock drafts, but I also love drafting for real money, for real prize pot, and put my money where my mouth is. This is also great for anybody out there in a 10-team league. I am going to jump into a rabbit draft. I'm currently in the lobby, and there is 2 spots remaining. Would love for you to come draft with me. I'll put a link in the chat. If you have never drafted on FastDraft, why not today? Why not come join me in a draft? You can download the app on any platform. Use the promo code LAND at signup. We'll match your deposit up to $50. So that's almost $50 free, right? And then when you finish your first contest, I'll send you my rookie report and my cheat sheet for the 2025 season. So you have my rankings completely free. So not only will you be ready to go in some free drafts on FastDraft, eligible for the prize pool that they have, but you will also be ready to go for your own home leagues. I mean, if you think about it logistically, even if you just want my cheat sheet, you can, donate $5, sign up with $5, get it matched with $5, get a free draft, and then get my cheat sheet. But I'd also love for you to come draft with me as well. And if you do sign up, please DM me on Discord. I'll put my username in the Discord right now, because I would love, love, love to add you to a group chat with some of our community where we're drafting together. I'm on the clock here. Ooh, this works out well. Yeah, I like Breece Hall here, yeah. I don't feel like I had to force anything there. Breece Hall at the 309. We are executing our strategy to a T right now, ladies and gentlemen. Double RB. Anchor wide receiver, double RB strat on 3. Shout out to our video editor. You guys like that video? Did you like the John Gruden part of it? I mean, our video editor, I love the guy. All right, Garrett Wilson was the next pick there at the 310. he did well. Unfortunately, in the first 30 seconds, we had a missing link, so it was just like a red box. So, kind of made fun of him for it. But he's all in good fun. He killed it. He did a great job. Alvin Kamara goes there at the 311. Then Devontae Adams, who I was hoping was going to fall to me. I was just thinking, Devontae, please. Mike Evans comes off the board. Man, Rashee Rice would be so easy to select here if you just knew how many games he'd be missing. Yeah, Ken Walker feels nice. Man, look at that team. Y'all. I don't know, y'all. This could be the one. Can I not scroll? I guess I can't scroll. Oh, I can. Look at that start. Sheesh. Yo, if you give me this start in the Flock League, it's over. It's over, ladies and gentlemen. As Jane Daniels, Terry McLaurin, Rashee Rice coming off the board. But again, if you want to come draft with me on FastDraft, you could jump into this draft with me. You could be the reason we fill it. There is enough time still. So download the FastDraft app, use the promo code LAND. We'll match deposit up to $50, and then you can jump into this draft with us here on the stream. So after I took Walker, we see Daniels and Terry, the Commander crew, back to back. And then we see Rashee Rice at the 4-7. If Rice misses 2 games, that's a steal. If he misses 6, you feel sick. Then we get Jalen Hurts, Sam Laporta in the 4th round. Man, I got to be honest. I do not understand. Chrome, this is just a genuine question. Are you in the chat with us? I'm not saying you're drafting poorly. I just want to understand why. And the reason I say that is, like, surely Laporta would have been available in the 5th. Surely Marvin's available in the 3rd. I totally understand if you want your guys. But don't you want to play the ADP game as well? No, I don't know. Just trying to ask the question. Just trying to ask the question. Sutton coming off the board. Man, I got a lot more confidence in Sutton after that contract extension. Am I the only one? Or you guys agree? Like, after he signed that contract extension, it was like, damn, it feels pretty easy to trust Courtland Sutton right now. After Sutton comes off the board, we have Travion Henderson at the 504. So the first running back there. Arthur Gator says, when do you guys figure out your draft order for the Flock League? I think it's like the day before, which honestly I kind of prefer. Sometimes I think you can overthink like your draft spot a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes I think we can just overthink it hardcore. Because if you're not hardcore... Devonta Smith off the board. Mr. Ghost King here. Surely he's going to go running back. He has no receivers yet. But I could be wrong. Or he has all receivers. Okay, he said, you know what? I'm just going to keep going receiver there. Fair enough. This is perfect for me. I'm going to grab George Pickens as my second receiver. This has got to be my favorite mock draft we've done so far all year. That is fair, Mike. I probably have prepared for every spot on the board at this point. That is probably true. Joe Mixon at the 5'10". Is that worth the risk? Only you can tell me. I don't know the answer. Would have been sick to start with Kittle there at the 4-4 if Mask hadn't gone that way either. Okay, so team 12 here gets Hawkinson in the 5-12. I don't know, guys. I just don't trust the tight ends outside the top 3. I just don't want to take them that early. Last draft, we took Hawkinson, but that was at the 7-11. We only took him because he just fell so far. 2 rounds earlier, I don't know about it. I just don't know. I might prefer to play the waiver wire game there myself. What's up, Arthur? He says, I would love to get Lamar Henry in my home league. Oh, Lord. That is a fun start. Whoever's scoring the touchdown, you've got it, right? It's either a rushing touchdown from Henry, a rushing touchdown from Lamar, or Lamar threw the touchdown. So you've covered your bases there a little bit. All right, so Jalen Waddle was the next pick there. I'm on the board now. Man, Olave is hard to say no to here. As my third receiver? Oh, we're going to grab Caleb Johnson. Oh my gosh. Look at the testosterone on this roster. Ladies and gentlemen, there's just way too much testosterone here. I think our flexes are filled with running backs. Yeah. Hopefully none of them get injured. Fritz says I sniped him on Caleb. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Fritz. As Zay Flowers and Olave do come off the board next. Well, at least this kind of positions me to just go all out on late running backs, you know. We did have another sign up from Chrome Football, by the way, for the follower leagues. I don't know if Chrome Football is... Let's see. As Travis Hunter goes at the 609, Judkins at the 68. Chrome Football, currently no subscription, just so you know if you signed up with us. If you were to get in, you'd have to have a membership with us, but no stress either way. Hunter and Adunze. Adunze was going round 7 for the majority of this year. Now he goes round 6. Makes sense. I thought he was bound to slide up. Okay. I might have incredibly exciting news. Okay, not yet. Never mind. Never mind. There's an announcement I want to make, but not yet. All right, Calvin Ridley coming off the board there at the 612. Travis Kelce at the 7-1. Yeah, I didn't want to tease. But I thought we had the clearance to announce something, but we don't yet. If anyone out there isn't a member yet, I just feel like this product that we're about to announce is just made for you. Truly. Honestly, I feel like the product was specifically made for you. Mixon is injured. Yes, he is. I didn't draft him, but he is dealing with an injury. That's correct. As Bo Nix, this is not a super flex league, but Johnny Boy took Jalen Hurts in the 4th and Bo Nix in the 7th. Some of your strategies I don't understand. I'm not going to lie to you, but I love drafting with you guys. As Patrick Mahomes comes off the board, then Khalil Shakir. Mr. Ghost King here. What you gonna do? Tony Pollard is the pick. Oh, perfect. Welcome home, Debo. Haha. All right. This is my favorite team yet. Fritz says, every time I touch Bowers, I feel kind of meh about it. Yeah, I get that. It's a bit frustrating. It's frustrating to like not have the ability to build your roster early the way you want to, but at the same time, like I'm thinking about tight end. I have no idea what I'm going to do at the position yet, but so you don't have to worry about that at all. You know exactly how you're building your team. You know, you don't have to worry about those late round steals that you're trying to find. As Jacoby Myers comes off the board at the 7-11. Jerry Jeudy at the 7-12. I got a plan here. I got a plan. Come on, guys. Don't draft the players I want. Damn it. Diggs would have been perfect for my roster. ETN comes off the board there. It's all right. We still got an option we like. Honestly, even like a Mark Andrews is way easier to draft now with the likely news. I could consider that. Perfect. All right, we're going to grab Slick Ricky Pearsall. Welcome home, Slick Ricky. At the 804, hopefully Debo's departure makes way for Slick Ricky to have a big impact this year. I think we're going to stay live until this announcement happens. We got a lot to talk. We still have to raffle off the league anyway. But maybe we should do that soon. Maybe should we raffle off the league now? There's a big announcement coming here soon. I just don't know when it's going to happen. All right, how many signups do we have for the league? How many signups total we've got? Yes. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I think that's all for the Philly. Let's see. Did I miss anyone? Nope, I think we're good. All right. As Scataboo comes off the board, Micah says he wanted Diggs. Where are you drafting, Micah? Would you have taken him before me? Arthur says I have to pick a tight end in round 5. Pickens and Worthy all going to be my picks if available. Right. Oh, you're at the 11, so you were going to take him anyway at the 802. What's up? I don't know how to say your name, but says, I saw your video on the anchor wide receiver double RB strat. What if a guy like Saquon Gibbs or Bijan falls to me at like pick 4 to 6? If all those guys fall to you, then that would tell me that Jefferson and CD are already gone. Do you know what I mean? Which means clearly, you know, that's why I put the caveats in the video. You don't force a strategy just to say you did the strategy. You know, if the clear best player available is not a wide receiver in round 1, then it makes sense that you would deviate from that strategy. Strategies are only helpful if the right players are there. You know what I mean? Ultimately, the best strategy in the world is to stay water and let the draft come to you. But yeah, so like if that means Chase, CD, and Lamb are CD Lamb and Jefferson are gone, then for me, Bijan would be the pick. I'm not going to force a Puka Nacua in there and a Amon-Ra just to force the strategy. You know what I mean? That wouldn't make sense. That wouldn't be playing smart fantasy football. So let me know if that makes sense. Oh boy. Oh boy. We got a plan. We got a plan, Stan. We've got a plan, Stan. Don't let me do it, Ghost King. Don't let me get him. Don't you go and let me get him. Okay, you let me do it. Jaden Higgins, future superstar. No, I just love his situation. I mean, if Mixon isn't available, I think they could probably run even more. But I love me some Jane Higgins in the 9th round. So you would still take CD or Jefferson over any of those guys. I would personally, but I'm not going to tell you that you can if that's what you want to do. But I prefer like a Jefferson Taylor start, a Lamb Taylor, a Jefferson Chase, a Lamb Chase, Jacobs, Irving, over the idea of like a Bucky Higgins, or sorry, over the idea of like a Bijan Higgins or a Bijan McConkey. You know, people talk about scarcity at the position, but at the running back position, but I also think they fail to think about scarcity with elite wide receivers. There's not many elite receivers that you can count on week in, week out that are the bedrock of your team. So that kind of goes both ways a little bit. As Trey Harris is off the board, oh, this is about to be perfect. Oh, this is about to be perfect. Oh, actually, I need to think this through. Okay, I don't like the tight ends on the board after Colson Loveland. So we're going to take Loveland there at the 10:04. Yeah, I need to be smart about this. What's up, Rackster? Says, would you rather draft at the 11 or 3 in a 12-team, 3 wide receiver, 2 running back, and a flex? I would probably rather draft at the 11. But I don't think there's a wrong answer there. I think either way you can draft a great team. I don't think there's a wrong answer, honestly. As we see Dobbins in the 10th round, then Kincaid, Ayuk, Coleman. I do think Ayuk could end up being one of the better values. Like if he comes back after 4 weeks and you took him in the 10th round, the 11th round, wherever he's going, I just think we could really end up regretting that. Jonnu Smith was selected there. I don't think it was an accident either. Mike says Zach wants us to be a league badly. I mean, I am obsessed with this team. I'm not going to lie to you. But maybe I'll jump into the real league on Thursday night. We'll see. We'll see. It'll be fun to see some real drafts, some real action. Action Jackson. All right, so Purdy comes off the board at the 11-3, Ferguson at the 11-4, Chubb at the 11-1. Definitely something to monitor there, like the Nick Chubb, Joe Mixon prices, how those kind of fluctuate over the course of time. In fact, I wonder if we have updated ADP. Give me a second. I want to check something. I don't know if it would have reflected yet in ADP or not. Let's see. As Jaden Blue comes off the board, let's go from like the 29th of June. Rashad White comes off the board. Tucker Kraft. Oh my gosh. I just drafted the perfect fantasy team. Dak Prescott in the 11th round. to stack with George Pickens. We were close to going Dak in round 10. If you haven't watched some of our recent content, we do like Dak Prescott. But my goodness, could we have had a better draft? I don't know if it's possible. I don't know if it's possible to have had a better draft than what we just did there. I want this to be my Flock League team so badly. I can't express how badly I want it. All right, let's have a look at some ADP here. You can see recently we are starting to see a fall for Joe Mixon. You'll see his ADP was real steady through the last month, but you're starting to see the slow trends. That's just going to keep coming down. And Nick Chubb here at the bottom, he's just going to keep rising up in ADP. So I would not be shocked if that trend just continues. In the next couple weeks. Johnny says, I might screenshot your team so I can take it for my friend's league. I like Loveland too, man. I'm fighting every urge not to make this a real league. Okay, Kyle Pitts comes off the board there. You know what? Like, fuck it. Let's grab Justin Fields too. Dak Prescott and Justin Fields back to back. You can't stop me now. You can't stop me now. Okay, I think we should raffle off the leagues right now. And I think we should also do the giveaway. So let's do the giveaway first. All right, so one of you are going to be getting our 2025 draft guide version 0, not even version 1. Version 1 will be on the website, but early access to our 2025 draft guide. All right, and if you entered this, all you had to do is type LAND into the YouTube chat, LAND, and like the stream. That's as simple as it was. Okay. And let me see how many entries we currently have. Let's have a gaze. Where are we at? Okay, so we currently have 29 entries. 30 entries. Someone else just joined. I'm going to give you a last second here, okay? This is your last chance to enter. All right, now we're at 35 entries. All right, so maybe some new faces here. Maybe some people didn't know. All you have to do is like the stream and type a LAND. Okay, now the entries are going up. All right, I'm going to give you another 30 seconds here. All right, I'm going to give you 30 seconds. This is your last chance. Let's let this round finish. And then after that, after we raffle that off, we have to do the raffle for our first community live league, which happens on Thursday night. Okay, again, if you didn't know about that, basically, if you're a promo code LAND annual Mother Flocker member on the Flock site, then you are eligible. All you need to do is fill out the form in the Discord, and I can put it in the link for you now. So if that intrigues you, the idea of drafting on our stream, we'll showcase it on stream on Thursday night. If that intrigues you, if it intrigues you to the thought of drafting with other members in our community, then fill out this form. If you're a Mother Flocker member with the promo code LAND, then you will be eligible for tonight's raffle. I mean, we'll be raffling off the first league. We'll be doing this every single week, by the way. So you have 5 chances to get into a league anyway. So yeah, very exciting stuff. We now have 48 entries, so we almost doubled the entries there when I told y'all. We're gonna do this now. Okay, so let's see. 48 entries. Let me make my last pick. Y'all aren't ready for this league winner. Y'all aren't ready for this league winner. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, you guys aren't ready for the return of Jordan Reed. Did you know Darren Waller came out of retirement? Well, yeah, get ready for Jordan Reed. I know it's been 4 years. I'm just kidding. I just loved him as a Washington fan. All right. 48 entries. I'm going to copy them now. All right. And just so you see exactly what's going on, it's all fair game. Any one of you are eligible to win today. Okay. Say your final prayers. As will I. Are we ready? Here we go. Raffling off our 2025 draft guide, version 0. Version 1 will probably be out tomorrow on the site. So here we go. In 3, 2, 1. The winner is... It is looking like it's very close, but it's going to Joseph Tallet. Is there a Joseph Tallet in the stream? I believe I see Joseph's entry right here. I think I'm pulling it up. So Joseph, my friend, congratulations on being the 4th person ever to gain early access to our 2025 draft guide. All I need from you, Joseph, is please tell me your Discord name, or you can DM me on Discord. My username is right here at ZAXAVAGE. So I think so, Johnny Boy. We'll see. But Joseph, all I need is either your Discord username, or you can DM me. That's my Discord username at Zach Savage, ZAXAVAGE. And I'm going to get that draft guide to you, my friend. I appreciate you for being here on stream. And what's funny is, it's kind of funny for you because tomorrow we're going to release the next version of our draft guide. But I'm glad that you're going to be able to see a little preview before anyone else. So yeah, let me know if you want to DM me, or if you want to tell me your Discord name. There is not a wrong answer. But I appreciate you. But that is not the only thing we're raffling off, okay? But that is one of the giveaways we're doing today. The other thing we're doing, which we might transition to now, and then at the end of the stream, I still think we're going to be able to announce something. So even after we do these leagues, I still think we're going to be able to announce something. So hang on with me. But I think we're going to officially do this thing. Is Rowan with us? I'm just going to let him know. Yo, I'm about to announce the raffle winners on stream. Okay. All right. So if you don't know what's happening, we are doing community leagues. There'll be one league per week. You can enter into every week if you want. All right. All you have to do is be a promo code LAND annual Mother Flocker member, and you will be eligible to be in these community leagues. The first league, the one that we're raffling off tonight, the Philly League, will be live streamed on Thursday night. Thursday night, you'll be showing your drafts to everybody. And Joseph, I actually see your Discord there. I'm just gonna say, send me a message now so I don't forget after the stream, and then I'll send you that. Okay, Joseph. Thank you for doing that. I got Joseph. All right. All right. Let's do the damn thing, shall we? How many official entries did we end up having? Let's have a gaze. What was the official number at? Okay. So you guys are gonna have a very, very good chance to get in. So there are, and honestly, this might be the league that's going to be the easiest to get in. I think once people see everyone drafting together on Thursday night, it's going to be much, much harder. And there's an announcement either tonight or tomorrow that's going to make it much, much harder to get into these leagues. So if you're getting into this league, I would say count yourself lucky, because it's going to be much, much, much more difficult in even less than 24 hours. Okay. So if you're betting on a different league and you get this one, I would seriously advise you to be happy with this one, because I can't promise you it will happen again. Prince Dre with a last-minute submission there. So Prince Dre is in the building here. Is that the last one? I think that's the last one. We got risky. Okay. So this is to raffle off the Philly League. All right, the first league that we're live streaming, y'all. So if Rowan is with me, awesome. Rowan, I just need you to start marking down this as we go. And maybe if you're in the document, Rowan, what you can maybe do is highlight in green the names that get chosen, okay? So very good chance for you guys to get into this league. And let me just let all of our people know real quick. Where is Discord? Let me jump into Discord, and I just want to let people know that we are doing this. Sorry. So I'm just going to say, yo, we are raffling off the first league now. God, could I spell? Maybe. Stream link above. Okay. All right. Shall we do the damn thing? And I just want to see if there's any last second entries. I think we got them all, but let me refresh the page. Okay, we're good. So, we are raffling off 11 spots. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 entries. This is by far going to be the best chance you'll get to jump into a league with us. All right, here we go. The first spot in this league. I'm not in this league. I'm commentating as we go. Here we go. First spot in this league. Maybe. We'll figure that out in a second. Okay, first spot in the league is officially going to... Congratulations to Joel. Joel is getting in the league with us. Joel versus... all right, so Joel is locked in. Rowan, if you can mark that down as we go. Joel is in there like swimwear. All right, so number 1 already down to go. Number 2, here we go. Raffling off in 3, 2. Oh my God, that was so close. It is the Pigeon Man. The Pigeon Man is officially in the first league. That is 2 out of 11 spots. So if you haven't been selected yet, there's still a very good chance. Don't worry. Where's the Pigeon Man? Let's get the Pigeon Man out of here. All right. No, spot number 3. Here we go. Spot number 3. Spot number 3. Spot number 3. Spot number 3 is going to Risky Amp. Risky Amp. And I do need to do some backups anyway. So if you weren't picked, don't worry. You might be a backup in case someone ends up not playing or they're not a member or whatever. Okay, so Risky Amp is in there like swimwear. That was number 3, right? That was number 3? I think that was 3. That was 3. Rowan, was that 3? I think that was 3. Risky's in there like swimwear. And yeah, if you wanted to enter the... I'll put the Google form in here. We've got 4 more leagues after this that we're doing, gang. Okay. All right, so now we're looking for number 4. Who is number 1, 2, 3, 4? Yeah, bilingual. All right, cuatro. Number 4 is officially going to, it looks like RoboCop 15. RoboCop 15, you are numero 4. Of course, we got to double check everybody's eligible. So we'll do backups here. That is number 4. Number 5. Number 5, my lord. Number 5 goes to, looks like Fawnern. Fawnern. Number 5 is Fawnern. Congratulations, Fawnern. Come on down. Come on down, Fawnern. Here we go. All right, number 6. Number 6. Special number 6 is going to Dynasty Dude 35, who's actually in a Dynasty League with us. So it's awesome to see him in. Very good member to be a part of the league. Dynasty Dude is officially in there like swimwear. How many was that? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so that's 6, which means math says we have 5 spots remaining, right? 5 spots remaining. So number 7. Number 7 is being spun, and it is officially going to Lad's number 1 fan. Lad's number 1 fan in the building. Number 7. Number 7. All right, let's look for number 8 here. We'll get Lad out of there because he's already got a spot. Number 8. Sweet number 8 is going to be, it looks like Jeb217 is in there like swimwear. Jeb217, you are officially in the league. Well, I got to double check you remember, but you're in the league. Okay. So How many is that now? We just did Jeb, right? Yeah, right. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have 3 spots remaining. 3 spots remaining, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Spinning the wheel. And the next spot goes to ESRJR2. ESRJR2. Welcome to the first league, my friend. ESRJR2. Welcome to the league, my friend. You are in there like swimwear. All right, 2 spots remaining. 2 spots remaining. The next spot is going to... oopsie. Whose name did I delete on accident then? I got rid of his name. I did it. No, I didn't. Whose name did I get rid of? Did I delete the wrong name? Oh, ESR was in there twice somehow. I didn't notice that. And he still didn't get in. Okay, my bad. All right. Is this 1 spot remaining now? My God, this is embarrassing. All right, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes. 1 spot remaining, but we will still draw for reserves. So be ready, reserves. And if Rowan, if you're listening to this, the reserves, can we go ahead and put them in like a orange highlighter, if that makes sense? But this is for the final official spot, official entry. And it is going to, it looks like it's either Mike or TD. It's going to go to TD Vulture. TD Vulture, longtime supporter, actually was at the meetup last year. So I'm glad TD's getting in there. Okay, so that is technically the official, but I need to roll, let's roll 2 names as reserves in case something goes wrong, okay? You know what? You're all official reserves, but I'll go in order of asking you. Does that make sense? So let's go in order of asking you as a reserve. Here we go. This makes sense to me. Okay, here we go. The number 1 reserve in this league. The number 1 reserve in this league is going to be Mike. All right, Mike. So, Mike, I apologize. You didn't get in officially, but you are reserve number 1, my friend. All right, so Mike is reserve number 1. Reserve number 2. Reserve number 2 is going to be Gator the Hater. So Gator, I'm gonna apologize. You weren't an official member, but you still might have a chance here, my friend. Gator the Hater is reserve number 2. All right, so Gator, you are goods to go. Okay, Ryan or Prince. One of you guys is gonna be reserve number 3. Let's see. Let's see. It is going to be Ryan. Ryan, you are reserve number 3. And then that makes reserve number 4, Prince. Prince, you are reserve number 4 for the Philly League. Okay. So all of you are reserves. I'm just going to mark this down so I know mentally what that means. But that was the first league. That was only the first league. Yeah, these leagues are all for the community. I don't want to take a spot because I want you guys to have as many opportunities to play in good leagues with good people as possible. You know what I mean? This is really like the reason we're doing this is so you guys have good leagues you can be a part of. But again, if you didn't get into this specific league, it's okay. You're going to have plenty of more opportunities. We're going to do this once per week. And I think I can announce something. I just need to figure out how to announce it. Give me 1 second. Hold on, guys. I do have an announcement. I honestly do. Okay, so give me a second. I got some exciting news. I think this is the best product in the entire redraft space. In fact, I'm going to do a test right now and make sure it's functioning. But I think we are offering the best redraft space product that has ever been offered in the history of fantasy football. And that's not an exaggeration. I just want to make sure that it's actually live, because it's literally going live right now as we speak. And I want to make sure that it's functioning before I announce this and look like a dumbass if it doesn't. So give me 1 second. Sorry, I promise you I am doing this because I want to make sure you guys can sign up for this should you choose to. Okay, let's see. Is it available? Hold on. I'm not getting any reply from the devs. Let's see. Hold on. It's on the subscribe page. Okay, hold on, guys. Bear with me. Okay. I think it's working now. I have incredibly exciting news. I can officially announce that our draft guide will be released tomorrow, version 1. And I can officially announce a brand new product that we've never offered on the Flock site before. So for the first time ever, we are releasing what we are calling the 2025 Redraft Season Pass. Okay? So if you're out there and, you're only a redraft player, you don't play Dynasty, you're not into the nitty-gritty of things, and, becoming an annual member just feels like way too much commitment for you, well, we are offering something that's just $34 for the entire season, okay? I want you to know the best part of this. Let me go ahead and put a link in the chat here for you, okay? I have a link. It's already in the link tree, okay? So I'll just say, let's see, I'll say... get the season pass. Okay. So I'll go ahead and put that link in the chat for you. It'll take you to our link tree, which should give you a direct link. Make sure you use the promo code LAM when you sign up. But here's the incredible part about this product. Number one, you're getting unlimited access to the website. Okay. To the Flock Fantasy website. So think about this for a second. For $34 for the entire year, for the entire season, you are getting access to rankings, not only Dynasty, one quarterback, Dynasty Superflex 2025, weekly rankings as well in season from week 1 to 18. You're also getting access to all the tools like the prospects page, the range of outcome tool, the comparison tool, the trade calculator, the trade finder, the mock drafts tool, and the My Teams tool. You're getting free access to all that for the entirety of the season. You're also getting access to everyone's draft guide on the website. Okay? Every single person's draft guide you are getting access to. You're getting access to my draft guide, which I cannot wait to release tomorrow for you guys. It's going to be out officially tomorrow. You're getting access to Mason from Flock Fantasy's draft guide, the Domain Guys, FSE's draft guide, everyone's draft guide you have access to. And you're also getting 2 free start sit and trade questions, which means 4 total vouchers, 2 free start sit questions for in-season help, 2 free trade questions for in-season help, and all for the price of $34. Guys, that's insane. You genuinely cannot convince me there's a better product in the entire space. I want you to think about this for a second, okay? How many weeks are left in 2025? How many weeks are left in 2025? There are 22 weeks remaining in 2025, and when you use promo code LAND to get this, you're paying $1.50 a week. You are paying $1.50 a week to gain access to all of what I just told you. So if that's not the best deal that's ever been invented ever in the fantasy space, I don't know what is then. But again, would love for you guys to go sign up. Let me know if you do. And here's the best part. This is why I told you today was crucial to get in on being in these follower leagues. Here's the best part. From here on out, from every week beyond, if you grab the season pass, you are also eligible to enter into these live community leagues. Okay. So I don't know how else to sell this to you. I don't know what else we can offer you. Here's the thing. This does not come with the team review. Okay. So keep in mind, if you purchase an annual membership, you're going to get a personalized team review from Badaki and myself. There's also a couple other things like Discord access. So it doesn't give you the same access as like an annual member. Annual membership is still obviously the best thing that you can get. But season pass, for the bang for your buck, is just ridiculous. So again, to recap, for $34, and from now until the rest of the year, $1.50 a week if you do the math. Using the promo code LAND, 30% off that price, $34. You get unlimited access to the Flock site until the season ends. All right, you get 4 vouchers, 2 start sit, 2 trade question vouchers. You get everyone's draft guide on the website. Mine releases tomorrow. And you get updated weekly rankings and rest of season rankings. And you are eligible to enter into our live leagues each and every single week. Man, I don't know how there's a better deal out there. I don't think it exists. But if there is, someone please tell me. I would love to know that it exists. But that is very, very exciting. And I would love for you guys to come join us. And I already have the link tree updated. So if you go to that link in our pinned comment, then you will already see it is the first link there, the redraft pass. Okay. And then when you click that link, you should be able to sign in. And then I think I actually am giving you the wrong link, but when you click, I'm giving you the wrong link there. Sorry. flockfantasy.com/land. And then when you sign in, you should be able to go to, there it is, the season pass right there. Okay. So let me know if you guys have any questions. Make sure you're using the promo code LAND when you sign up to enter into the leagues. And the great news is we did just jump into a best ball tournament. So that's how we're going to end today's stream, by announcing the FastDraft pass, the season pass, and by doing a best ball tournament. So with my first pick here, I got auto-picked, and it was Bijan Robinson. That's fine. I would have gone maybe Jefferson or CD to try and accomplish my strategy, but this is a 10-team PPR, 15-round, 1 quarterback best ball tournament. No commitment in season. If you love drafting like me, you can just draft. And then when you're done, there's no commitment. You don't have to manage these leagues or anything. I don't have any Lab McConkey. Maybe I should go that route. I'm going to grab Lab McConkey here as my wide receiver 1. Interesting thing about this tournament is there's a 3rd round reversal as well. So if you get Jamar Chase, you don't have all the power in the draft either. If you have never drafted on FastDraft, now's a great time to sign up. I'd appreciate it if you want to come draft with me. Download the app, use the promo code LAND. We'll match your deposit up to $50. That is 10 free Flex 4 tournaments on us, or 5 free rabbit drafts on us. When you finish your first contest, I'll send you my cheat sheet for the 2025 season. And I'd love to come draft with you. Check out the link in the pinned comment. But this is how we will end tonight's stream. All right. I'm trying to keep up with the chat. Joel says the calculator is clutch. I'd even buy a pin from Zach, Joel says. Johnny says, should I try to draft the last team in the mock? Sure. Sure. Joel says, I still prefer Motherflocker yearly sub. Team review is very valuable. Yeah, 100%. This does not come with a personalized team review. So that annual membership is still, I would say, the best product on the site. But, okay, so after Lamar Jackson goes, we have Josh Allen at the 306. After Josh Allen, let's see what we get. After Josh Allen, Breece Hall goes. And we're going to get Devontae Adams here. My first share in this new $10 rabbit. Then Garrett Wilson comes off the board. JSN. Don't have any Kyron. I kind of want to change that. Also, Ken Walker is an option, but I want some Jalen Hurts as well. So I don't want to wait too long on an elite quarterback in a 10-team league. We are streaming the Philly League not tomorrow, but the next night. Yeah, not tomorrow, but the next night we'll be streaming it. All right, so after I took Jalen Hurts, Kyron Williams, Tyreek, Mike Evans, Amarian Hampton, and Alvin Kamara come off the board. Draft order is going to happen on the same day. Y'all gonna have to be quick with it. We're gonna do draft order on the same day for these ones. Same day, which honestly I find it exciting when I've done that in my leagues. I like knowing on the day. It's just, there's something about it that's just exciting. Knowing that there's any possibility. Okay, so after Marvin Harrison Jr. comes off the board, Ken Walker, then Rashee Rice. Rashee Rice in the 5th round is pretty nice, especially in a 10 team. I feel like it's worth taking the shot on that. Yeah, Johnny, I think that team's going to be good, man. I think the only thing I could say if it's not good is because of injuries, which I don't think any of us can really predict. You know what I mean? I just don't know how to predict the injuries. Sorry, so much is happening right now. I'm trying to keep up. Sorry, so much is happening because this all was just announced, and I'm trying to keep up. Okay, so we have one running back through 3 rounds. I think we'll grab some worthy into like a best ball tournament and see what kind of comes back to us here. Chuba Hubbard goes, and then that's perfect because we're going to grab Travion Henderson here as our RB2. So we've got Bijan and Henderson, along with Ladd, Adams, and Worthy, Jalen Hurts as well. This is a land account. Look what it says on the user. Okay. Okay. Pickens goes at the 603, Ridley at the 604, then Metcalf, Connor, and Devonta Smith. I'm going to be honest, guys. I've been live streaming. I've been live streaming like 5 hours today. I'm a little bit cooked. I'm not going to lie. I'm a little bit cooked. All right. So we see Caleb at the 608. I like that pick. How did Sutton fall that far? Sutton that far is actually kind of shocking. What time is it there? How are 81 of you still awake? Could you do a 24-hour live stream? Oh my gosh. I don't think so. I really don't. I don't know. Maybe I could. Mason swears he can. If I did a 24-hour live stream, there'd have to be like some reason that I'm staying up. Like the stream would have to be like if there's 10, because we just released the redraft pass, for example. I'm just thinking what I could logically do right now. Like it would have to be like if 10 people buy the season pass, I stay on the stream or something and we see how long it goes. But I don't know if I could just do a 24-hour stream just to do it with like no way for it to help our business or like to help me and Badaki. Because from like a health perspective, from like a health perspective, I think it would kill me. All right. Don't have any TJ Hawkinson. I think I'm okay with that though. We'll grab Roma Dunze. So we've got 4 receivers, 2 running backs, and a quarterback. As Hawkinson goes off the board, damn. Guy called my bluff there a little bit. Then Joe Mixon comes off the board, and we'll go Pacheco. That's fine. Pacheco in the 8th round all day. Yes, please. Okay. After I took Pacheco, we have Jennings, Aaron Jones, and Tony Pollard. I'm not going to lie. I'm like cooked. What's up, Lewis? Badaki hasn't been in videos for like a year. Yeah, we changed the way we operate. But he's on streams. Yeah. I mean, he's always on streams with us. He's just not here right now because he's flying to New York to be with his family. Johnny says, I think that team will be good besides injuries, but we're only 10-team league, so that will make a difference. Oh, yeah, for sure. 10-team league will make a difference. Like in a 10-team league, I'd probably prioritize quarterback a little bit more than I did, and, you know, the tight end a little bit more. Those onesie spots, like I probably would have gone like a Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen in round 3, and if Kittle's there in round 4. A little bit easier to draft your teams there in a 10-teamer. All right, guys, I think that's going to be it after I do these next 2 rounds. I am on the clock here. It's so funny because Judkins is there, and I don't even know if I want to make the pick. But I'm almost just like, why wouldn't I? We'll take Kelsey first. In the 10th round, is it worth taking Judkins? That's the question we have to ask ourselves. As Justin Fields comes off the board. What you doing here? What you thinking? Time's up. You gotta be faster than that. All right. All right. We'll go Judkins. F it in the 10th round. Okay, guys. That is it for today. I will be streaming tomorrow on this channel. I'll see y'all then. Last thing I'll say is just because I really want to see what this looks like on the back end, the first person to buy the season pass from Land, I will guarantee your entrance into the next league next week. So if that's you, if you're looking to buy this at some point, flockfantasy.com/land. Okay. Go there, and if you sign up, DM me, and I will guarantee your entrance into the next league next week, because I just want to see what it looks like. But that's it for today. Enjoy the rest of your night, guys, and sleep well. Later.